Hi everyone, happy Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed your spring break. We're going to get right back into Where is the Amazon? We're reading chapter 5 today. So you need to have your packet and turn to, let's see, and turn to this page where it says, Where is the Amazon? Chapter 5, due date April 13th. So chapter 5 is about the people of the Amazon. When European explorers arrived in the Amazon in the 1500s, none of the native tribes had ever seen armies of men dressed in armor, carrying guns, and riding horses. The tribes were often forced to help the explorers make their way up the Amazon River and through the rainforest. As they searched for riches, the native tribes knew that the fabled El Dorado, the city of gold, did not exist, but the explorers were set on finding it. On these treasure hunts, many of the native tribespeople ended up dying. Some died from extreme cold or heat. Some died from the harsh treatment they received. The conquistadors beat them if they did not work hard enough, and they often had to go without food or water. So here are the tribespeople with their hut, and there they are working for the conquistadors. However, most deadly of all were the germs that the soldiers brought with them from Europe. Germs that caused smallpox, measles, and flu. The natives had never been exposed to these new diseases before, and many died from them. They knew how to use the bark, leaves, and roots of trees and plants to make medicine to help against diseases they suffered, such as malaria. But they were powerless against these new germs. Harsh treatment of natives continued into the late 1800s, but now explorers were no longer looking for the El Dorado. The new treasure they were after was rubber from rubber trees in the Amazon. Why was rubber so important? In the late 19th century, rubber was used for everything from waterproofing material to coating telegraph wires to manufacturing tires. To help get as much rubber as possible, the explorers enslaved many people from the native tribes, as in the age of exploration, many died from sickness and harsh treatments. So here they are getting rubber from a tree. What does this remind you guys of? Does anyone ever go get sap from a tree to make syrup? Hundreds of years ago, there were millions of native people in the Amazon. Today, it is thought that there are just a few 100,000 in the area. Some of the tribes have chosen to live in towns and cities in the rainforest. They live like most modern people do, with electricity and plumbing. But about 50 of the 400 tribes do not have any contact with the outside world, and tribes are still being found in the deepest parts of the rainforest. So there is no way to tell the exact number of people who inhabit the Amazon. The tribes of the Amazon are very different from each other in their languages, their beliefs, and their customs. The largest tribe is the Yanomami, whose names mean fierce people. They live in northern Brazil and southern Venezuela. The tribe has around 30,000 members, and they have contact with the outside world. Like their ancestors, they are hunters and gatherers. They often trade things they collect in the rainforest for items such as sugar, oil, and soap from stores and cities. Tribes such as the Passe and the Yuri, who live in Colombia, have no or very little contact with the outside world. It's hard to know exactly how many members are in each tribe, but it's probably not more than a few hundred. It is believed that these tribes made their way into remote areas of the rainforest to escape the rubber boom. They did not want to work as slaves, and they did not want to catch diseases from the Europeans. So here is a picture of the Amazon River in the rainforest, and it says the areas inhabited and used by Amazonian tribes have this little mark. So you can see a lot of land is not being used by the tribes. And here's a picture of the Yuri tribes people. Some of the tribes in the Amazon are nomads, living in much of the same ways as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. They move from place to place, hunting animals, fishing, and gathering food as they travel. Animals that the tribes hunt include peccary, a type of wild pig, capybara, the largest rodent in the world, deer, and monkey. Other tribes farm the land. They stay in the same area from season to season and year to year. The tribes live off what they grow, bananas, squash, papayas, corn, and potatoes and beans. They also grow cotton, which they use to make clothing. Many of the Amazon tribes live in communal houses. Many people share one large home. These homes are often made from bamboo, covered in banana or palm leaves and straw. Many of the people sleep in hammocks. Children in most Amazon tribes do not go to formal school. Instead, when they are old enough, they are taught that they need to know what they need to know from the elders of their tribe. They learn things like how to hunt, fish, and find the plants that are good to eat and provide medicine. So here they are farming, and this picture it shows them with all their hammocks in their communal living space. Boys in some tribes go through ceremonies when they reach a certain age. This is to make them strong and prove that they are now men. In the Sabtari Maui tribe, boys must wear gloves filled with bullet ants, which have a strong and painful bite. Because it is so hot and humid in the Amazon rainforest, many of the tribes wear very little or no clothing at all. What they do wear is made from what is found in the rainforest, usually either plants or animal skins, and many of the tribes have tattoos or small sticks inserted through their nose or cheeks. This may be done to ward off evil spirits, show victory in battle, or honor the gods or heroes of the tribe. Over the past centuries, the population of the tribes in the Amazon has decreased. Some tribes have disappeared altogether. Today, the governments of the countries in the Amazon region have created programs to help keep track of the number of people belonging to different tribes. They realize that the tribes are important to the Amazon and to the world. So here's a young boy with piercings and the sticks through his nose and cheeks. Spirits are everywhere. Many tribes in the Amazon believe in animism. This is the belief that animals' spirits live in all things. Everything, including vines, trees, rocks, mountains, rivers, and even wind and thunder, has a soul or spirit. Members of these tribes believe that the shaman or spiritual leader of the tribe is able to control and use the power of spirits. With this power, he can help heal members of the tribe, cause harm to enemies, and even turn into an animal. So here's a shaman with the spirit of an eagle, it looks like. So that's the end of chapter 5. We're going to go over the key details that I found. There's a lot in this one. So the first one says, many tribes people helped conquistadors travel the Amazon River. Many of them died on these trips due to germs that led to smallpox, measles, and the flu. Explorers were now in search of rubber, which was used for waterproofing mainly. Tribe Yanomami, which were the fierce people, have contact with the outside world, mainly through trade. The Passe and the Uri tribes have very little contact with the outside world. They wanted to escape slavery and diseases. Then there were nomad tribes, which moved from place to place, and they were hunters and gatherers. Many tribes live in communal houses. Children do not go to formal schools, and a lot of tribes believe in animism, which was the belief that animal spirits live in all things. So there is the end of chapter 5. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We're almost done with this book, and we're going to move on to a different one soon, so just bear with me. Bye, guys.